Hello, Michelle. Hello, everybody. The replay crew and everybody. How are you on tonight, election night? I guess since I put, hope you voted in the StreamYard, we might have a very light crowd tonight. But I do want to show you my Christmas cookies that we baked today. We did the painted cookies. And I want to show you what I'm working on. And tell you how the room decorations are going. For my classroom this time, I told you I was doing an igloo, and I am doing tons of icicles. Now, I got a whole bunch of icicle kits from Temu, and these are all the crystal ones. I showed you some. Did I show some last week, or was last week the... No, last week was a good week. The week before was no camera. But anyway, here's the... Hello, Anita. Here's some of the crystal snowflakes, and they're from Temu, and they get these crystal things. Hello, Michelle. They get these giant crystal things hanging down off of them. So they're going to be hanging from the ceiling, in addition to the blue and white ones I showed you last week. And I'm making these, which are more, they're like white and gold. They're mostly white and gold. And they're only one-sided, but they came in a pack of 2 of each. So what I'm going to do is glue them back to back. So I have half as many, but I'm going to glue them back to back anyway, so I have more. I ordered some pre-made paper ones today on Temu that are coming. I also ordered a blow-up snowman. It's not like a blow-up one. It's like an umbrella. You pop it out and you hook it together and you put lights in it. So I got one of those, like it's 3-foot Santa. And I have a Christmas tree that I diamond painted a couple years ago that's ready to go. That's there. I got all kinds of puffball snowballs, and I got some fake snow. I got a door thing that looks like 3 little polar bears are inviting you into our igloo, and a couple of penguins are on like a floor mat saying welcome in front of the mat. I spent like $150 today, which I don't get reimbursed for. If anybody wants to help out with that, to send me a PayPal to WANDA'S WORKBASKET at gmail.com, and that would be great. That will help with my room decorations. But I wanted to show everybody the cookies we made today. Today was our painted cookie day. And I was at a friend's house this past weekend, and she showed me a craft that she used to make when she was growing up in Germany. And they make, out of cardboard, they make paper stars and shapes. And they take seeds, like pumpkin seeds and watermelon seeds, different kinds of seeds and beans, and they glued them on those. I don't put Christmas up. Oh, Mom does, so not sure her plans this year. A lot of people wait till Thanksgiving to do that. I just need to, I'm not putting Christmas up, but I have to put winter up because it's got to last through February. So it's going to be November, December, and no, mostly December, January, February. And then we start doing the, oh, Guy Fawkes night. Hello, Gemma. I have my tea tonight. I'm being a good girl. I have my tea tonight. Yesterday now for me. Oh, last night was the Guy Fawkes night? I wanted to show everybody my cookies today. I was mainly a roller today because I didn't, because the other gal who usually rolls had some shoulder. Oh, the 5th of November. It is today for me. It's the 6th of November for you, right? It's still voting day for us, and I haven't been on the the TV yet to see what's going on. I'm gonna After this, I'm gonna be really excited and aren't they cute? And there's bells and packages. This time we made stars, and Mom dipped the ends in chocolate. She had a different idea. So those were some of the ones, just a few of the ones that we do. We do bells and teddy bears and cars and angels, lots of angels. Remember, remember the 5th of November. Oh, okay. I'd never heard that before. And you did tell me what it meant last year. So, so I have no idea. But I did wear my shirt just, for hopes and dreams, and hoping people of America are smart today. But that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the Oh, I have another set of snowflakes to do that are more blue and white. So it looks like I spend about, I don't know, $200 on room decorations, which is really not what we're supposed to do. I did ask the kids what they wanted in their room. They're mostly blue and white. I can see them there. They did say a blow up snowman. So there's that. But just put that on the end here for a second. I said, well, if anybody has one, feel free to bring it, because I don't have one. And these are things I can use it year after year. So if anybody wanted to donate toward room decorations for the kids, you will see how I use the items when I show you pictures of the finished room. So this coming week, this week, I haven't been in yet. So tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, I'm taking down the aquarium, and we're putting up the igloo. And I still don't. Hey, Tammy. I still don't have the igloo pieces that I want. I bought on Amazon today gray, really fat, cool gray markers, paint markers, so that once I get the white tablecloth up on the walls, I can take the fat gray markers and make it, and it's a cinder block wall that I'm covering, so I can easily find the edges of the cinder blocks and put gray, draw gray lines on it, so that um, it'll look like blocks on the inside. But to do around the door and to make it look like it's igloo, I don't have any styrofoam blocks. Hey, Dawn. I don't have any styrofoam uh, or anything to glue to the board yet. I wanted to go get some fresh, like, the styrofoam containers you get for takeouts, takeout food, and see if I could ask the local food stores or whatever if I could have some. But so far I haven't done that, and I should have. I'm a little fur behind in that. So this is what I'm doing. I did spend a weekend in New York with my friend. I did not I drove like about 2 hours or so to get out there, and I didn't get lost, and the car did very, very well, no breakdowns. But like I said, I don't know if I told you last week that my husband ran over a deer. Construction paper is a bit flimsy, unfortunately. I'm looking for something with three-dimensional type of type of look. Uh, he saw a truck hit a deer in front of him, and it slid over into his pathway, and he couldn't avoid it. So with his low slung Challenger, he had hit the deer. And by the time he got to work that day, another 20 minutes up the road, it smelled like venison. He said it smelled like cooking venison. I'm like, oh, great. So he looked around the car, and the front end was damaged, and he had the insurance company tow it. And $5,000 is the estimate. But fortunately, that's all going to be paid by the insurance company. But he can't get his car back till December. So this weekend, I'm very glad that nothing's going on with my car, and I'm driving home from York, and I get to the I get close to home, and I get a frantic call from my daughter. She was borrowing my husband's other car to go pick up the kids or somebody to go visiting or something. I don't remember. And a car stopped in front of her, did not have its blinkers on, and it was pulled way over to the one side of the road. So it was stopped. So they go around the car, and that means Katie was in this guy's blind spot, and he turns in front of her to go into a driveway. Oh, Gemma, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, sending prayers for your dad, Gemma. Infections are nasty. Does he have diabetes too? That makes it really hard to heal. So everybody's fine. Nobody got hurt, but now Mark was without a car, and he was really, his stomach was upset and everything. And it's like, you know what? Everybody's fine. We've lived through worse. I lent him my car. He got a rental car because of the first accident. So he's got transportation to and from work, but we don't have an estimate yet on the second car. And she didn't bother waiting around to get a police report for her accident. So then, how do you do a no fault thing if if you can't prove the other guy's at fault, you can't prove there's no dash cam or whatever on it to prove that the guy didn't have a turn signal on. So I promised to get dash cams for everybody for Christmas last year, and I didn't. So I think this year we're all going to get dash cams. And I told Kate, I said she needs to be responsible for her own transportation now. She's got two cars that aren't driving, so get one of them fixed and inspected right away so she doesn't have to rely on our cars anymore. I'm telling you, they just have not had good luck with their vehicles lately. But fortunately, everybody is fine. Everybody is doing okay. That's that's the key. Aw. What? Yeah, Gemma, with all the things that you've been going through, that definitely you've had 1 year for illnesses and grieving because you've lost a few people this year as well. Yeah, we all go through tough years like that, unfortunately. So I had a really really nice weekend with my friend from seminary. She was really sweet. Um, she's a retired pastor, and we got to talk shop a little bit, which was nice. There's a big vote coming up in our local church life this weekend, so I'm going to be online on all day Saturday for the church vote. And so, yeah. And I guess Zara is getting closer and closer to becoming a grandmom. She should be getting really, really close soon. So we wish Zara well. Soon somebody will be calling you Grammy, Miss Zara. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, Michelle, I'm sorry. Were you close to your aunt? This time of year is is very difficult for families because part of it is due to grieving. It's hard without your relatives that you're used to seeing around the holiday table. And it's hard because some are sick and you don't know how long things are going to last. Of course, with Alzheimer's, they're there, but they're not there. And that's super difficult because you remember them as they are on their good times. Um, Try to do more memories of how they were when they were doing good before the Alzheimer's took them away from you, basically. That's kind of the trick with that. So if you can get through the first two holidays without your loved one, you're doing okay. And I would encourage anybody who's lost anyone to keep them part of your current celebration. If you have something that reminds you of them, set it up and have them as if they're currently part of the celebration too. The year that my dad passed, I even bought him a Christmas card because when I was getting Christmas cards for the rest of the relatives, I'm like, I need to get my dad a card. I mean, I couldn't not. I found one that was so wonderful. So I set it up with all the rest of the cards, you know? And it was meaningful to me just to get it for him and to just feel his presence with us during that holiday. Is there anything that you guys do to remember your past, um, your relatives who have passed for the holidays? And I encourage the replay people to also include in their comments what they might do to remember loved ones who have gone on uh, to holidays in heaven, so to speak, to remember them with you, to remember the good times. Do you talk about them? Do you offer prayer of thanks for them at your family meal? Do you have pictures of them? Do you have special items that they used out on display? How do you keep people close to you that are no longer with you during the holidays? What makes it feel special for you to do that? Yeah, Tammy won a custom pen. Yeah. Nobody does anything special to remember their loved ones? You guys want happier topics, huh? Well, to me, loved ones are a happy topic. Yes, I miss them, but yeah, grandparents buy grandkids pajamas every year. Tradition we grew up with. Yeah, I did too. I used to let my kids open a Christmas gift every Christmas Eve, and it was always either new sheets or new pajamas. And we'd honor a tradition from the old country by December 6th, which is St. Nicholas Day. We had some wooden shoes that were decorative wooden shoes. I had a pair of them. And I gave them to my kids to put, I had them put a quarter in it and put them out by their bedroom. And just the morning of December 6th, they would find an orange or an apple or something in it. And um the quarter or whatever they put in there would be donated to a food bank or something. There's a lot of traditions that I miss that we don't do anymore. Maybe I'll do them again one of these days. I don't know. They take a lot of work though. Just like these cookies. My mom complained, maybe the last year we're doing these. Nobody helps anymore, which of course we're all there, but she's getting tired. She's getting tired, and I am taking over some of it, but I can't take over all of it. They were kind of clogs. They were the wooden shoes, Gemma. Kind of like what you would see in Holland, although we're not Hollandaise. We're not Dutch. Pennsylvania Dutch, but that's Deutsch. Pennsylvania Deutsche, which is German. We have our own customs too. Where did you see the pictures, Tams? Are they on Gemma, did you have them up on your site? The pictures of your nephews and you and your sister? I still didn't download the pictures of me in my purple wig to show you guys. I was going to do that this week. We always read the night before Christmas on Christmas Eve. I like that. On your profile. Okay, I got to go see. Got to go see it. You mean your Facebook profile? We grew up making cookies, putting tree up Thanksgiving weekend, which I try to hold up. But this year I will put a tree a week earlier so my granddaughter can help. That's a good idea. Shez turned my photos into artwork. Hey, great idea. Wasn't on your Facebook? I think that's what she means, Tam. Facebook profile. Lava reading. Oh, you okay? Love reading the night before, the not before Christmas is when we're having hot chocolate from the crock pot. Oh, we love reading the night before Christmas. The night before Christmas. Yep. I haven't put a tree up for the last few years. Don't I haven't either. I haven't had the room actually. Now, except for the little diamond painting one. So What's it going to ask? It's going to ask a question, and now it just like, I don't know. Okay, so artificial tree or live tree that you plant again in the fall, in the spring, or a cut live tree. If you had your preference, what do you prefer? An artificial tree, a cut tree that you that is live but you have to chuck it out later, or a live tree with a ball that you plant later on? Gemma has an artificial one. Mom does fake trees, artificial. Can you tell me why? Everybody has their preferences. I'd love to know what your preferences are. And I'll tell you how a compromise saved our marriage. With 2 cats, I wouldn't have her going, "Yep, there's a good reason." It's like Christmas Vacation with the squirrel in the tree and the whole tree goes kaboom. I like the Santa Claus. I like watching that movie on Christmas Eve. I love that movie. The Santa Claus marathon. I'm not into I'm not into the Christmas Story, with the leg lamp and all that stuff. It was cute, but that's not my favorite. I like the Santa Clauses. They're my favorite. And of course, the Charlie Brown Christmas. I have to watch that every year, and the Grinch, the old Grinch. Plus the cost of the real ones. You can get years of use out of an artificial one. Yes, you can. I have an artificial one, but if I had a choice, I'd get the ones that you replant. Yep. I don't know. She always does the fake tree. Santa Claus, the mover in the 80s one. Yes. Yeah. I spent $60 on a tree and it died in 1 week. Oh, Tam. Couldn't turn on lights. Every time you walked, you heard the needles fall, ornaments fall off. Oh my gosh. Then it was too dry to begin with. Then you got sold a bad one. Plus, you got to water it constantly and put sugar in the water. The original Grinch. Me too, Anita. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. I can hear Boris Karloff reading it. That's just the best. And he stuffed the tree up. The kids in my class are in charge of reading the poem the night before Christmas. So they've each chosen a paragraph, a stanza in the poem to read. So every Friday we've been practicing reading the night before Christmas, and they're getting used to reading the unfamiliar words and reading them out loud, and you know, it's kind of fun. Just read after 50 years, Rudolph is moving back to NBC on December 6th. The day it first aired. What a great thing. Got to go back to work. Love you, Gemma. Mwah. Love you, Gemma. I think of you every time I make myself a cup of tea, which is every day, sweetheart. My prayers for your father. I like all those, but I like the Miracle 34th Street the best. Yes, I like that one too. It is nice. That one is special. Now the background theme music for the Santa Claus is going through my head. Ba-da, ba-da, bum, 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 ba-da, ba-da. Okay, so I'll tell you how the compromise over Christmas trees saved our marriage when we were newlyweds. My Christmas tradition was always a real live tree, bald, that we could plant because we have a lot of acres here, and well, we still have a lot of the Christmas trees that I had when I was a kid, growing all over the lots, and and little white lights that stayed on that was very pretty and just really sweet, nice and demure and sweet, and you could decorate anything you wanted around them, and it would look good. Mark, I had found out, was used to an artificial tree, and the time when they had artificial trees, they were scratchy and smelled bad and looked bad, and blinking colored lights, and sometimes they sprayed that flocking on it, the snow, the fake snow on it, and sometimes they even put the dial with the light with the colored gels that move in front of it so that it would make the tree change colors yet, and I'm like, this is so gross. So he wanted what he was used to, I wanted what I was used to. So our compromise was that if we could get an artificial tree that looked nice and felt nice, then I could put my plain white lights on it. So that's what we compromised. And I wanted to put up some of his childhood ornaments and some of my childhood ornaments. So that's how we got through our first Christmas together. At the time, my mom, being a hairdresser, she had a business license and she liked to do floral arrangements and stuff too. So she had a business card to a floral warehouse, and they were the ones selling the really nice Christmas trees. So last 2 weekends ago, mom was mentioning to her friends when they were in Cape May that she really wanted a Christmas tree for the Cape May house, but she didn't want to spend a whole lot for it. So they went yard sailing. And of course, mom's boyfriend just doesn't like yard sailing whatsoever. So he said, we're only going to three. If we don't find any, then that's it. All right. They compromised. They went to three. They didn't find any. So they go back to the house while their friends keep yard sailing. The next house that her friends went to, they called mom and said, get over here now. We see a big Christmas tree here, pre-lit for $3, and it works. So now she has a Christmas tree for the Cape May house, pre-lit for $3. Can't beat that. So, I mean, she runs into such luck all the time. She can go to the thrift store with a list and come out with everything that she needs. She got the dress that she wore to my wedding, mother of the bride, and the dress that she wore to my brother's wedding, different dress, both from the thrift store. Now, I ask you, what kind of luck is that? I never have that kind of luck. I go in with a list and the universe laughs at me. Like, yeah, no, you're not going to find that. Um, Sometimes I find nice things, sometimes I just pick things, but compromise and stuff. Booger, booger, booger. Here we go. Now I'm trying to get these ones. I'm really disappointed with these these snowflakes from Temu because this set anyway, the one that's one-sided, they they're very thin. It's just like paper that's been laminated and hand wrote the little numbers and letters on, and they're not all like positioned right, so I have to kind of guess, and some of them aren't even written on right. Like they're missing, like spots are missing. But you know, hey Snuggie, stay a couple of minutes here on break. Well, I'm glad you're here, Snuggie. Glad you're here. We were just talking about our Christmas traditions because I was showing my plate of Christmas cookies because we made painted Christmas cookies today. And I'm making a whole bunch of snowflakes for my classroom. What I want to do, I have an assistant now. I have in my classroom an assistant teacher. So we're just started teaching her the ropes this week. So I think she'll do fine. She's tall, she's energetic, she's young, and she has siblings with. She's got a bunch of siblings, and a couple of them have ADD. So she knows the energy level of the kids. Snuggie, are you joining the uh the Christmas premiere list this year with an hour-long Christmas premiere video? I should have asked Gemma when she was here. I didn't think about it. Way so much caffeine. I'm gonna be up all night. I'll be up all night anyway. Who am I kidding? Anita is oh my gosh. My brain is fried. Forgot what I was gonna ask. Is Nyx gonna be on? Is she gonna have a premiere in the Christmas premieres this year? Give the girls a hug for me. The state is trying to put me in a different home. It's not livable. Hopefully it this week and it's beautiful. Trying to put you on a different home. Oh, I know. I knew the word Nyx. I was thinking. I suddenly I had a brain like a middle-aged moment, and what I wanted to ask kind of completely blew out of my head. And all of a sudden, it came back in. I'm just tired today. That's all. I just wondered if Nyx and her notions are going to be on the Christmas premiere list. I should have asked Gemma. Snuggie, are you going to be? You're not sure yet, and Nyx is not sure yet. Okay. I think I will. I think I will do. I have a list of questions that that I hadn't answered yet from like the round robin ones that everybody sends to each other. But I think I'm going to make a list of Christmas question, not Christmas question, but because they're not all Christmassy, but of random questions. They don't all have to do with diamond painting or crafts. And I'm going to answer them, and I'm going to send them to some of the other creators and see if or I'm going to send them to all the other Christmas premiere creators and see if anybody wants to answer any of them. I'm going to make them fun questions, just fun, random questions. I'm not going to do a lot. I have to do for new home. Yeah, I understand that, Snuggie. Well, I'll put your new place in my prayers. That the perfect place is available and move in ready and a blessing. It runs for a couple of days. They put out this big schedule of times, dates, and creator channels. Yes. Yeah, the Christmas premiere list runs usually from the day before, like Christmas Eve day, early morning, the Christmas Eve day. And it runs until the end of Boxing Day, which is like the third day, like this day after Christmas. If she has more, she puts on more. It runs every hour. There's a new creator that puts up an hour video. You have to have your video to her ahead of time. But then when your video is scheduled to run, the creator of that video should be in live chat, chatting with whoever stays around to see the video. Now, it's there because, to keep you company while you're doing last minute preparations, or if you don't have people for the holiday, or if it's not your holiday to celebrate and you are lonely or whatever, you can come in anytime you want and join. There are a lot of people that for whom the holidays are very difficult, and they just need to know that other people are around, somebody they can talk to at any time if they need to. So us creators have, um, and Crashly is the one who runs the chart last year and this year. So she took it over last year, I believe. Um, so you not only get to know new creators whom you may not have met before, but you can have it going 24/7 in the background for 3 days, or it's on a playlist for YouTube, so you can pick and choose which ones you see. You don't have to be there the hour that they are produced. You can see them at any later date that you want to. And I believe the playlist from last year is still up. And I'm not sure about previous years because hadn't joined previous years. It's in the works. Floors are bad, very weak. Freezer doesn't work properly. Light in bathroom never worked, and toilet hasn't worked in almost 2 months. Oh my goodness. We were talking about doing a live Christmas night, or it may just be me. I've only missed 3 of the live premieres last year, only because I had to go to the store. I know. I thought you had said you had seen them all last year. It's kind of fun seeing what others are doing, and it's not all Christmas talk. Mine was because it was my first year doing it. I talked about all my Christmas traditions, so I have to do something different this year. So I'm gonna do just weird stuff. Yeah, we're gonna pray for the perfect place for you. Is that because of the hurricane, Snuggie? Did you have problems with the hurricanes going through? Last year was my first year watching. I can only watch on Christmas Eve. That's the only day I get off work. Yeah, that happens. But you can go back anytime and what it's a playlist. So you don't have to watch them in that hour. You can watch them at a different time later on. They're up for a while. Last year was my first time watching premieres. They were great. Oh, I'm so sorry, Slumlord. You got to get out of there. She wasn't in the path of the hurricanes. Okay. Hey, I'm just checking because there are a bunch of people I still haven't seen come back up since the hurricane, and I just wonder. I did hear from some of my friends. I did not hear again from Tracy this week, although I hope to hear from her soon. She was with us last week, and my friend Tracy um, was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. And she's not going to do anything about it because of some heart problems. She can't take the meds in Texas. Oh, well, good. It rained for you today. We are so dry here. We definitely need some more rain. It's like drought level dryness right now. I guess it's all over the country that it's dry right now, except for where the hurricanes went through. They're probably still drying out. This is the last snowflake on this set until I glue them back to back. I'm really whipping through them. Well, I want to get them done. I want to polyacrylic them before I take them in. I can't wait to get them up and show you pictures of everything. Whew. Send the rain this way. We need it in Maryland. Yeah, we do. We have a drought here and a burning ban. It went from 70s to 50s to snow today. Well, that's Colorado in the span of 2 days. Well, Colorado, it can snow up in the mountain and it'd still be 80 degrees outside. I remember being there in July one time when I was a kid in the 70s, and we went there. It wasn't Pikes Peak, but it was another mountain near there. And we started out at the bottom, and it was nice and sunny and warm. And we go up, and it started raining, and it got really dreary. And then we keep going up, and we went through a lightning and snowstorm. And then we got above that level, and it was clear, bright as day, 80 degrees, and we were throwing snowballs at each other. It was so much fun. Too funny. So Colorado was like that. It just has all kinds of weird weather. Depends on what part of the altitude you're resting in at the moment. Snow is a four-letter word for somebody in Texas, especially. You get the ew, snow. Loveland Pass, is that what it is? That sounds familiar. Colorado's so beautiful, though. I love the mountains. You've probably met my brother-in-law, never even knew it, because he lives there in Aurora as well. But Aurora's a big town. Used to be a lot smaller in the 70s when I was out there. I don't think I was out there since the 70s, actually. And now my cousins live out there too. You might have met them and not even known it. My one, oh man, there's a hair somewhere. I keep feeling it, but I don't see it. Do you ever get hairs like that stuck to your diamond paintings? And you're like, crap, I can't find it, but you keep feeling it. Hey, that would be a good random question for the. Michelle's a winter baby. Well, my birthday's in December, but I can't say that I love snow. I don't like it too cold because then I get aches. My aches and pains get the going. I'd rather be too cold than too warm because I love cuddling up in my blanket with a hot cup of tea or cocoa and getting real cozy and comfy with either somebody or some blanket or a glass of wine and a book, something like that. You can't do that in the middle of summer when you're like hotter than the hinges of hoop. Doink. Okay. All of these are done now. I gotta glue them together. It was when I came here in 97. Now it's a big city. Yeah. It was small lots of open land. Not anymore. No, not anymore is for sure. I was born where it would snow at least 6 feet and over per season with lake effect, zero temperatures. I'm no longer a snow bunny. Yeah. One of my dear friends lives in Cleveland, which is right on Lake Superior, I think. And the lake effect snow that she says she gets is incredible. I'm not going to be on too much later tonight. I am dang curious about the fate of the nation. Now, aren't you glad I didn't bring it up too much tonight? All right, I'm wearing my t-shirt, but I tried to be subtle today. I was born, okay, I read that. A few days after I was born in 78 was a blizzard of 78 hit Maryland. I was born in the middle of a blizzard, and it was 61, and there was, they have pictures of me coming home on Christmas Day from the hospital, and the snow was piled up almost as tall as my mom was bringing me home. Like home movies, you know? Oh, okay, Snuggie. Thanks for joining us. Glad you were here. Glad you were here, Snuggie. Blessings on the new place. You're in my prayers. Let's keep Snuggie in our prayers this week. I'm going to try to get, without knocking my screen over, I'm going to try to get my E6000 or something out here. I need a good glue. I need a good glue here. Okay, B7000, why not? I'm going to glue them back to back. They're laminated, so let's hope that this works. You lived on Lake Ontario. Oh, wow. That's definitely lake effect. Ooh, this is going to stink. I know it will. I just don't want it to go like all over the place. I don't know how this lamination will do being glued together, but if I leave it enough, I think it'll be fine. Woo! I'm going to get high off this glue, I'm telling you. Okay. Now these have holes at the top, so at least I can line them up. There's the hole, and there's the hole. So let's see. That shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, now I have a two-sided snowflake. And I'm going to let that glue settle until it's solid. There we go. Hey, Anita, You know the wonderful trays? I lost both of this was the forest fairy, or that wonderful color. I lost both of my stoppers. I have no idea what I did with the stoppers. Should I order them off of her website, or is it just something I should email her about, or any suggestions? Okay, now these are another pair. Come on now, don't keep falling off. Okay, I will. I've been meaning to get back on next Saturday night. I just haven't been home. Um, so, and I didn't get to participate in the October thing. It just was, I was stressed out. Um I was so stressed out. But I'm back in my routine again and back sleeping half decently again. So I should be able, there it is. Should be able to be up on a Saturday night. Maybe even this Saturday night. But I don't need to be a guest. I just, to come on and say hi, that's all. What guests do you have coming up next? Who's coming up? I mean, Anita, who's coming up on Nix's guest list in the near future this week? Can you tell us? Where's the other one? Here it is. I'd love to know. And how did the everything go okay with the ADD, the ADHD October challenge? You girls were busy, busy, busy in October. You always are. Kevin's DP pens, diamond painting pens, November 16th. No SNL this week. Ah, okay. Well then, next week. Maybe next week. Yeah, I don't blame you. You had a very, very busy month in October. I got 3 glued together. Comes 4. Oh my. All in the center. Here we go. I have to create 3 emails before I get offline tonight. Because I would love to watch somebody live on Saturday night. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go back. Is that Nexus channel? Her channel or his channel? Nixie's Notions channel. There's another one on a Saturday night, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. I'm on their what you call it page, the Discord page. Everything went well with the event, and she is packing all the prize boxes and winnings up, and she is tired. I told her she lived closer, I could help her. Yeah, I don't blame her for being tired. I would take the day off too. Yeah, Nyx NYX. Nyx, Nita, do you want to put up her Phoenix Fantasy site and her YouTube channel thingy on here so that Tammy Turner can join when you're back on a Saturday night? Um, Nyx was one of the sponsors for our August event. We have an event again in January, I think, called New Beginnings. I have to talk to Nyx about that too. And okay, wait, where's the other one of that? That one. Is that the other one? Oh, yeah. Okay, these two are the same. All right. Some of them look pretty much alike. I'd get the wrong ones glued together. Um, um, yeah, Tammy and I haven't talked about sponsors or anything lately for January, so I don't know. I haven't talked to the girls yet either. They still have some. Thank you. They still have some of Wanda's Workbasket. Um, of Wanda's Workbasket release pages on. Oh Lord, Tammy, help me. My brain is like totally off the wall. Crafterly. I think it's craft. No, craft. No. Oh, good Lord. I can't think tonight. And it's not the glue. It's after all the cookies today. Means to help decorating, but I had to help roll today. I don't mind. My Crystal helped decorate cookies today. My daughter brought Crystal up. They don't have release papers, yes. Crashly? Crashly. From Crashly. I think it's in the custom or special ones. We still have some of those. You can order from hers. Yeah, and Mark made me two cute girls for the logos, for new logos. Cute, adore the same girl, but she's in like one looks like she's made out of quilling, the curled paper. Another one looks like she's made out of like Sculpey clay. And they're both like animated type things. They're adorbs. I can't wait to show them to you. I'm not going to do them in release papers, but they are so dang cute. I have to figure out how I am going to use them. I haven't got any merch up yet. So freaking cute. He's going to town. He even wrote a, a children's young adult novel by just talking into his computer at lunchtime. It's really cool. He's been overly creative lately. And Kate has been cleaning up their house down there. They've been steam cleaning stuff, they've been moving stuff, they've been taking stuff out to the garage, they've been unhoarding him. And I'm like, "Kate, how long do you think it's going to last?" And she keeps promising, "Oh, I'll help him keep it that way." I'm like, "He needs to keep it that way himself." But that's not what us hoarders do, unfortunately. Oh, there it is. There's the end. Thank you. Crafts with Crashly. Yes, thank you. That's where the release papers are. Now, Nyx has her own release papers. And she's got this really, really cool steampunk type treasure chest or pirate's chest that you can open up that you can keep your release papers in. I love mine. Oh, I finished the Paint Gem series on ocean animals, and I put them in little Dollar Tree frames. There are 15 of them, and gave the kids the choice. So my kids went home each with the Dollar Tree and with a Paint Gem animal. They're just going to get snowflakes for the Christmas one. Going to get to keep some of these snowflakes, I think. And I'm not even thinking about spring yet. But I know what I'm going to do for spring. I just don't have any of the ingredients for it yet. Okay, so now I finished gluing these back to back. Put that back and put this together correctly. Okay, so what do I have? 8 now? 8 whole ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 8, 9, 10 altogether. The size of the picture frames for the paint gems is just a 5x7. I'll show you the thing I got. I still have the papers in the trash bag here that I took out of the frame. Well, I should. Here, 4x6. This is what the inside of the frame looks like, the 4x6, and they're perfect. 5x7, you don't have to cut around the picture. This, the 4x6, was the right size, but I had to put this on top of it and cut around it because the actual things are 5x7 and this is 4x6. There was still plenty of room for the picture in the center. So that's what yeah. That's what that is. Is this coming out right? I feel like it's backwards. It says 4x6, but I have a feeling you're reading it backwards on there. They were just dollar store frames. Oakley dokley. So these are now done. And tonight, while I'm watching election results, I will be doing the blue and white ones. These have silver string. These need to get, after they dry, they will get polyacrylic along with all the others. Ooh, treasure chest is 20% off this month. They're so cool. If I had mine here, I would show everybody, but I don't have, it's over in the other room. Ah, good. These are double-sided. They are laminated paper, but they're already double-sided, so I don't have to glue two of them together. But these are all blue and white. So how many of these are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 4 or 5? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24. Another 24. I only have 11 kids in my class. They're going to go home with a whole bunch of them. You think you're going to pull an all-night diamond painting night? Ooh. I'm going to get pretty close to a late night diamond painting night because I'm going to be watching the elections. I doubt that Pennsylvania's will all be in tonight. But we might know early in the morning that we might be getting close. All right, guys, I am going to say goodnight. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight for Christmas cookies and snowflakes and questions about the holiday. Tammy, do you still want me to send you the size of the frame? I showed you them, so trying to finish day 5 of my adventure event because I need to post my picture by midnight. Very good. Does anyone have Groovy Girl DAC? Yes. Well, Tammy's asking that question. It's different, apparently, from the Groovy Girl in Art and Soul. She needs the one from DAC. Good night, everybody. Good night, Tammy and Anita and Michelle and Dawn. Okay, good. And everybody who are the replay crew, good night to everyone. Leave your comments down below. Don't forget to hit the like button. It really does help the channel. And if anybody wants to donate toward decorations for the kids' classroom, let me know. Just PayPal me at wanda'sworkbasket@gmail.com or buy me a coffee with one of the links in the description box below. I hope everyone has a wonderful night. I will see you next week, and I'll show you some more Christmas cookies. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful night. Prayers and blessings. Love, luck, and lollipops. Mwah. Night.